Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video we have the model collection review. So my collection now has 37 models, which means that we have upped our collection by 12 models since last July. Quite an exponential increase. We do have, as I said, 12 new models. I will go through each of them, tell you which ones are new, and I will go through every model telling you what brand they are, when they were released, the aircraft type, and also where I got it, because that is a question that I get asked quite a lot, is where I get my models, so that way I can answer that question as well. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. So the way I have divided the collection is that I started with Europe, then I put North America, then I put the Middle East, and then finally I put Asia. Unfortunately, I have no models from South America and Africa, so I should probably get a couple from these areas. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. And so starting off in Europe with UK, we have, to start off, we have the British Airways collection. So the first model is the Aviation Retail Direct British Airways A319. This was released in 2022 and I got it at Aviation Retail Direct. The second model is the Gemini Jets British Airways A321neo. I got this is a 2023 release, and I got this model at the ScaleModelStore.com store, and this model is one of the new models. Then next up we have the Aviation Retail Direct British Airways Boeing 777-300ER. The release date is unknown, and I got this model at Aviation Retail Direct, and it is as well a new model. The next aircraft is the Gemini Jets British Airways A350-1000. This is a 2020 release, and I got this model at Aviation Retail Direct as well. And then the last model for the British Airways collection, we do have this Gemini Jets British Airways A380. This is a 2023 release. It is a new model and I got it via the ScaleModelStore.com store. Now moving on to Virgin Atlantic. To start off, we have the Gemini Jets Virgin Atlantic Boeing 787-9. This is a 2021 release, and I got this model for Christmas, so as a gift. The next model is the Aviation 400 Virgin Atlantic A330-900 Neo. This is a 2023 release, and I got this is also a new model, and I got this model via the ScaleModelStore.com store. And now moving on to EasyJet. So to start off, we have the JC Wings EasyJet A320-200. This is a 2023 release, and I got this model via aircraftmodelstore.com. The next EasyJet model is also a new model. We do have the JC Wings EasyJet A321neo. This is a 2023 release, and I got this model as well through the aircraftmodelstore.com. And then the last EasyJet is not a new model. This is the NG Models EasyJet A321neo. This is a 2020 release, and I got this model for Christmas, so as a gift. So same as the Virgin Atlantic 787, I don't know where it came from. And then continuing on with various UK aircraft, we have the Phoenix Models Ryanair 737-800. This is a 2021 release, and I got this model for Christmas, and so as a gift. Then next up we have the Gemini Jets TUI 737-800. This is a 2020 release, and I got this model via the Aviation Retail Direct store. Then next up we have the Gemini Jets Jet 2 Boeing 737-800. This is a 2020 release, and I got this model. This was actually one of my very first model, and I got it via the ScaleModelStore.com. And then last but certainly not least, for the UK section of Europe, we have the JC Wings Flybe E170. This is a 2021 release, and I got this model through Aviation Retail Direct. Now moving on to French aircraft. To start off, we have the Gemini Jets Air France A220-300. This is a 2022 release, and I got this model through the scalemodelstore.com. Next up, we do have the NG models Air France A320-200. This is a 2023 release, and I got this model via the Aviation Megastore in Amsterdam. Then next up, we have the Phoenix models Air Caraïbes A330-300. The release date is unknown, and I got this model via the Aviation Megastore as well in Amsterdam. And then last but certainly not least, for the French models, we have the NG models Beluga XL. This is a 2022 release, and I got this model at the Aviation Megastore in Amsterdam. And then continuing on with various other countries in Europe. To start off, we have Germany. So we have the Gemini Jets Lufthansa CRJ-900. This is a 2022 release, and I got this model at the Aviation Megastore in Amsterdam. Then moving on to the Netherlands, we do have this Gemini Jets KLM 737-700. This is a 2022 release, and I got this model at the Aviation Megastore as well. Then moving on to Italy, we have the Gemini Jets ITA Airways Airbus A319. This is a 2022 release, and I got this model at Aviation Retail Direct, and it is a new model. Moving on to Greece, we do have the NG models Aegean A320-200. This is a 2023 release. It is also a new model, and I got this model at Aviation Retail Direct. Then moving on to the Scandinavia area, so I don't know specifically what country SAS are from, but we do have the Gemini Jets SAS A320 Neo. This is a 2020 release. This was actually one of my very first models as well. It is not a new model, but it was one of my first models, and I got it via the Scale Model Store. And then remaining in Scandinavia, we do have the JC Wings Norwegian 737 MAX 8. This is a 2021 release, and I got this model at Aviation Retail Direct. And then moving on to Poland, we do have this JC Wings Lot 737 MAX 8. This is a 2022 release. It is also a new model, and I got this model through the Aircraft Model Store. And then finishing up with Europe and Iceland, we do have this Herpa Icelandair 757-200 in the Heckler Aurora livery. This is a 2017 release, and I got this model for Christmas. And then moving on to North America and starting off with the US, we do have this Gemini Jets UPS Boeing 757-200 freighter. This is a 2021 release, and I got this model at Aviation Retail Direct. Then moving on, we do have this Gemini Jets American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER. This is a 2020 release, and I got this model at Aviation Retail Direct. And then moving on to Canada, we do have the Aviation 400 Air Canada Boeing 777-300ER. This is a 2022 release, and I got this model at Aviation Retail Direct. And now moving on to Asia, and more specifically to the Middle East. Here we do have the Gemini Jets Qatar Boeing 787-9. This is a 2020 release. This was also one of my very first models ever, and I got this model through the scalemodelstore.com. Then moving on to Saudi Arabia, we do have this NG models Saudia Boeing 787-10. This is a 2023 release. This is a new model, and I got this model through Aviation Retail Direct. And then moving on to the United Arab Emirates. To start off, we have the Gemini Jets Emirates Boeing 777-300ER in the Blue Expo 2020 livery. This is a 2019 release. This was also one of my very first models ever, and I got this model through the scalemodelstore.com. And then next up, we do have the Gemini Jets Emirates A380 in the Year of Zayed 2018 livery. This is a 2018 release, and I got this model through Aviation Retail Direct. And then moving on to the rest of Asia, and more specifically China and Taipei, we do have this Phoenix China Airlines A350-900. This is a 2019 release, and I got this model at the Aviation Megastore. And then moving on, we do have the Phoenix models, Eva Air Boeing 777-300ER. This is a 2021 release, and I got this model through the Aviation Megastore. And then moving on to Japan, we do have this Aviation 400 ANA Boeing 787-9 in the R2-D2 Star Wars livery. This is a 2022 release, and I got this model at Aviation Retail Direct. And then last but certainly not least, finishing up with Singapore, we do have this Phoenix models, Singapore Airlines A380. This is a 2022 release. It is a new model, and I got this model through the Aircraft Model Store. And so that does conclude this model collection review. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.